Hey everybody, I wanted to do this video here. It's pretty late at night and I didn't want to do this in the morning. I have to get going pretty early. But I wanted to document this while it is still fresh in my mind. And I haven't really uploaded anything that I found on Google Earth for quite a while. And I'm getting a little more picky about things I upload, about things I find on Google Earth. And I'm sure many of you have seen videos where people claim to find things on Google Earth, and then they zoom in on it, and you're just kind of staring at it with the crickets chirping in your head. So, and I've also had people ask tips. They want them to start making videos. They like using Google Earth. So here are just a couple tips, and I'm just going to use it along with this discovery I made as a little tutorial for those of you who have asked me tips on how to make videos, and I find that very flattering because when I first started making videos, I really sucked. But anyway, this is 4 to 5 miles north and east of Machu Picchu. And if you remember my videos on Machu Picchu over the last weeks, they have talked about a sun altar at the top of Machu Picchu that marked the summer solstice. Well, this is 4 to 5 miles north and east of Machu Picchu. Now, the first thing I look at when I find something on Google Earth is, does it match up with other things in the area? If you find a couple square blocks, is there 30 other square blocks that look similar to like it? Similar around? Well, here we have something at the top, or near the top of this hill, and it's built on, you can see here, it's kind of distorted on Google Earth, but you can see it's built on the top of like a point here, this hillside, but this looks nothing like anything in the surrounding area. There is obviously 4 blocks, and it almost looks like a perfectly circular stone in the middle. Try to zoom in on that, but here you can see it appears to be all by itself, and that stone in the middle appears to be circular. Now, if you remember in my video where the Peruvian guide was talking about that sun altar on the top of Machu Picchu, well, he said the corners were aligned to the points, the cardinal points of that altar. Well, here, and do we have right angles? Well, here, clearly, right angle, right angle, right angle. These blocks appear to have all sorts of right angles. And he said that the corners of that monument aligned to the cardinal points. Well, we are perfectly aligned north-south, so the very point of this block is the most southern part of this whole structure. This tip over here is the very westward point of the structure, and I'm not sure, it looks like there's excuse me, it looks like there's some overgrowth on this side, but this is the very eastward point of the structure here. But this appears to be aligned to the cardinal points, and this block on the interior parts of it here, on all these blocks, kind of appears to be arced out, and that block in the middle appears to be circular. But southernmost point, eastern or westernmost point, so that really got me thinking, and this appears to be something very ancient that is up there all by itself, that appears to have some alignment to it, to the cardinal points. Now, when I find something on Google Earth, or something that I already know is ancient, I always try to look at the sunrise, and this is something you can do very easily on Google Earth. Let me just show you something. If this is perfectly aligned right now, east, south, west, whatever, the summer solstice on June 21st, the alignment would be this way, coming right through between these 2 blocks, probably in this direction. So out this way, what would the sunrise on the summer solstice, what would that sunrise look over, or what would that peek over the sun on that day? And that angle If you're familiar with the summer solstice, that is the angle it would take. So let's take a look. Now, this is the view, as best I could get it, from right above that stone altar, looking in the direction of the rising sun. And I just want to show you what it will look like today on July 7th. And you can check out the stars as they come up over the mountains too. But that sun would rise today on July 7th, right about there. So if you back it up to the summer solstice, I would bet you any amount of money the sun would rise right over the peak, the highest point of this peak right here. And here you can see once again today, it comes up right about here on July 7th. But if you back it up about, 17 days or so, I bet you the sun would rise right over the highest point here. That is something that I always look at. Where would the sun rise on certain days of the year? One very important thing to look at. But everything that I find about this site tells me it is legit. It is something man-made, and it is very, very ancient. Now, here is one more look at it. I'll just zoom in. We appear to have 4 blocks with a circular stone in the center. It appears to be unlike anything on top of this ridge. The points are aligned to the cardinal points, at least the southernmost tip and the westernmost tip. Can't ignore that. On the summer solstice, the sun appears to rise over the highest peak in the east on that day. The alignment, that is very, very possible. And also, you know, if this is not a sun altar, well, I can tell it's about 10:30 in the morning. This is about 4 to 5 miles east and north of Machu Picchu. Hope you thought that was interesting. You all have a very nice day.